Hello, hi friend. Welcome to Curated Temperance Messages. These messages are specially curated to help you break out of perceived limitation. So I hope this message serves you well. Let's see what's going on. See what the ancestors are doing. You want to know something? Where is it at? Earlier, I had the Son of Sticks card that kept coming up, and I do want to expand on that energy because I just was kind of innocently flipping as I was rummaging through some collective energies, and that Son of Sticks card was really popping out, honey. The Son of Sticks card is the Knight of Wands in the regular tarot, okay? And I just wanted to see what the energy was surrounding the Son of Sticks. But in a brief channeling here, I was kind of picking up on how, here it is. In a brief channeling, I was kind of picking up on how it represented here now, but gone later, okay? Kind of in a dynamic of, you know, if you wait too long, you might miss it. And I think the energy kind of just, you know, you see how the little boy, he has one hand kind of making a stop motion and then one arm up with the stick, but the arm that's kind of got his palm out represents something invisible that he could have been pushing up against, okay? Like a veil or like a veil, okay? And I also thought of it as like immaturity of the unknown, which is kind of that here now, gone later, okay? And I just heard you gonna miss me when I'm gone. There's something about vulnerability here. It seems like an expressive consent of passion. So let's expand on this. Mama's gun, baby. Okay, this feels like past, present, future. There's something that maybe someone needs to admit to or kind of confess about, okay? More wands with the 9 of Sticks. This is like standing up for something, but not in a way that you would think. It feels like standing up for fairness, even holding a boundary up and standing up for fairness. It may even be someone's own self-perceived conviction that they feel is completely right, but there's something pointing towards them having to give some type of validation in some way, shape, or form. This is like fessing up, coming clean. Yeah, like confession type of energy. This is like kind of uncomfortable. It feels like a lot of unpacking even. Okay, could you see how she packing? She got her Bible and her gun. Like, this is like unpacking. Like, come on over here, straighten us out type thing, you know? It also feels like someone had been hoping something, like kind of being in a waiting period, hoping that a signal would fall through. Maybe thinking that they were even signaling you. You know, with the way that this boy is standing here, that's what it feels like. Somebody could have been signaling you or trying to come off strong here. Ooh, yeah, I said the right thing. Look at here, honey. We got the Empress with Virgin Mary. Okay. You are like a chief. Like your energy is very pronounced, very confident, very achieved, very boss-like, even. Like boss-like to a point where don't nothing stick. Yeah, somebody really was hoping that you would either see through some type of warrior energy. Like this even comes off as like them trying to perceive that they were fighting for your love, or that you had to fight for their love, or something got transferred in the wrong way here. Something about a betrayal or a backstabbing even. You can't sit here and tell me that you didn't mean to backstab someone that you proceeded to hold out on. That's what it feels like. They didn't expect for you to kind of come out of your bag about who you are. Maybe this might even be something where this is the first time that you're unrecognizable, even. Like your energy is unrecognizable. Maybe because you had not given them your full self. And that's kind of what was giving that pushback warrior type of energy within them. Because it could have been a thing where they felt like you were not fully capable, able, mature, or even aligned correctly. They misjudged you. They misperceived you. They looked past you, okay? There's something about disappearing here. Disappearing and sacrificing. This person felt like they had to hide from you. Yeah, this person felt like they had to hide from you. This is like for sure an ex. Confirmation. They feel like they had to hide from you. They had some type of false confidence even. Ooh, man, this energy is really... The confidence that you were not exhibiting was the confidence that they tried to mirror to kind of push you over the edge. But I feel like really strongly here, you kept certain parts of yourself away because something in you felt like this wasn't the right person, this wasn't the right environment, this wasn't the right opportunity. Maybe even you felt suffocated. Like you couldn't find the room to expand or let your hair down even. Like you really kept a lot inside of you here. It's giving like catfish in a good way, okay, for lack of better terms, because like this even could have been you. Like maybe they were bringing about some type of creative ideas towards you and you were like shooting them down because you're like, that's not for you, you know, I don't want to do that, you know. And it may have even like made this person or this environment like feel like you were useless even. But like they were gladly mistaken because they just had not taken the time to slow down to even let you reveal yourself. And you seen that, you perceived it really well. Your discernment is really high. You've done a lot of internalizing. Like you're standing on top of your truth so hard and heavy. I don't even know if these people even have the capacity to not be offended, because this is just who you are as a person. Very strong and convective, like almost even like feisty, but it's like damn confident, honey. Okay. Like, yeah, weak-minded or weak-spirited people would be offended by your entire existence, because something in them that feels guilty for misjudging you would take offense to your revelations. Like, baby, this don't have nothing to do with nobody. This is all you, like who you are and everything. So enough of people trying to mirror who they thought you should have been in those moments, because you didn't need none of that. Like, you're really top notch, baby, top tier, baby, high ranked, honey. Like, yeah, you've got it. You are the one, honey. You are the one. Yeah, you are the seed and the fruit. Wow. Wow. There's a decision. You have made a decision to reclaim your strength from the times that you've had to suppress yourself. It's like it almost even hurt you to have to suppress yourself, because that's not how you thrive. You don't thrive off of suppression, but you were doing it to protect yourself, to protect your dignity, your feelings, your aura, your mind, your heart. And it wounded you, because it was like chipping away at your quality. You are a very quality, well-kept person. Anybody would be lucky to even be able to experience you. Someone's been trying to rekindle, even telepathically, to see if you will respond in some way, shape, or form. Rather it be through your appearance, through your content, even through the way you interact with people, just something to kind of give them some type of confirmation. And I feel like it's been an illusion for them that they can't seem to escape out of, because it's like you slipped out of their fingers. They thought they knew you, and you didn't deceive anybody. You just withheld. And this is, I feel like this might even be rare, to be able to withhold yourself at the right timing. You know how some people will withhold when they want to control a situation, or when they are too busy crying over spilled milk, or if they are gloating over their wounds, you know, picking the scabs off, bleeding, you know, all over the place. Like, they'll withhold themselves from new opportunities because they want to sabotage. It's like you did the opposite. You withheld yourself because something just was not right, and you were not trying to be in this place where you would be damaged permanently. And that's the biggest bullet you could have ever dodged. Like, seriously. Like, some people that you came across were extremely deadly. And you just kept your high morals, stood your ground. This would be like a thing where, like, from the outside looking in, I would even ask, like, who taught you that? Where'd you get that from? Like, that's some very strong, intuitive stuff right there. Okay? You got this person stuck. This person from the past is really stuck. They tried to kind of manipulate what your loyalty was to, or kind of where they thought you were at energetically, and thought they were right. Even it seemed like they were right because you were steady withholding. Okay, maybe even too, you got annoyed because they kept trying to push at your energy and stuff, and you kind of just exploded like a star. Okay, like, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna show you better than I'm gonna tell you, honey. Yeah, I'm gonna show you better than I'm gonna tell you, and it ain't gonna be, I ain't gotta prove nothing, but you gonna feel me. You understand? Yeah, somebody's realizing that you were a wish come true when they tried to delay and postpone. This person was in survival, scarcity. And while they were in that position, they missed out on all the happiness that could have been. There was like some influences that kind of had them walking on a tightrope with you. But it was like, it wasn't to meet you at the other end. It was strictly to kind of get in your energy and see what you're doing. Why are you that way? You could be like a boss, like a business owner. Your legacy could be very strong here. Strong willpower, strong ability to bounce back, because it's like you never lost anything in the first place, or but there's an ending here. We've got my spoiled ancestor child here. Okay, it's something about like this betrayal that allowed for you to end things in one whop, as well as it allowed for you to push forward towards what it was that you wanted to be more aligned to. And also too, something about this person, they weren't your person in your mind. Like you rejected them energetically. Even like if they were trying to come off as like being too cute, like they weren't even your type anyway. Like, because your standards and your morals, and they were trying to be the one to kind of burst your bubble even, but it didn't work out. It was all just projection and like karmic mirroring even. Now this person could be like feeling some type of way because they really realizing that they had not known you truly. Like, who are you even? Like, really, who are you? You're really smart, clever, vigilant. Okay, I don't know why my stomach is starting to hurt during this reading. Okay, but man, my stomach is really going down through there right now. I'm trying to rearrange these to get some more cards up here. Clarifying life situations. You could be at this point in life now where you want to know what's next for yourself, because that was something that you dodged and you're having a fresh comeback from. Because you're like, yeah, that was, what's new? Okay, what's new, honey? What's new? Serene haven, embrace tranquility as your refuge, where serenity blossoms and peace enfolds your being. Yeah, that situation, that person, that environment is literally not in your present, not in your mind, not in your aura, not in your day-to-day action, even not even in your distant memory. Like, yeah, honey. Yeah, honey. So like back to this Son of Sticks energy, okay? With the boy kind of pushing against the veil here with the stick that's up. This feels like that masculine energy inside of you that kind of needed to be fueled by that person. Like that person reminded you a lot of yourself as you were kind of internalizing. They reminded you of yourself because of how independent you are. So it was like they could have been an extension of what you were secretly working on inside. Like, this feels like you were even working on your own spiritual development without showing any signs of elevation or growth or risk taking, even like just quietly working on yourself, internalizing things, taking them as learning lessons, and just putting all the puzzle pieces together, because there's something in you that you understood deeper than anything of the outside world. And I feel like that was something important as well, because trying to turn blue in the face, trying to get people to understand you so they can connect with you properly, they don't do anything but kind of grow to miscomprehend you purposely just to deter you, and that's something that you probably didn't want to go through. But I'm telling you, the hesitation that you felt in this environment or with this person was like spot on, A1. And that could be something that like these people stuck on. Like who are you? Like, who are you? Fresh ideas, stay open-minded, inviting new perspectives to enrich your journey and spark creative solutions. I'm telling you, yeah. It was like being in these environments, you were on a spiritual journey while all this stuff was going on around you, okay? While all these things were going on around you, you were just taking it all in as that opportunity that other people were thinking they were dangling over your head. And that goes with the boy kind of pushing against the veil with the stick up. Like, yeah, there's a powerful message here. Metamorphosis mirage. Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. Yeah, honey. While you were growing, it was seeming like you weren't growing, because you wouldn't transform from the inside out. You would just pull the outside in and nest on it. A lot of people may not understand where you are in reality. But like, it's not an illusion, and it's also not like a detrimental karmic fate or consequence or nothing. It's just a lot of growth, wisdom, inspiration even. I was gonna say, like, nobody has the ability to take credit for anything. Ooh, see? Behind the veil. Welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth. To be okay with not knowing. Ooh, whoa. Yeah. Pushing against the veil. This feels like this person that was doing that to you, trying to crack you open like you were in a nutshell. They were an outsider, you know, kind of wanting to get in, but it was being perceived that maybe you were the outsider, steady knocking on their door and they weren't opening up, you know? Wow, honey, this feels literally like Uno reverse. This feels like Uno reverse. Oh, too many cards, Spirit. If you like kind of strengthened your veil, even you strengthen it through holding your power, not wasting your power, not investing in certain things that would create like spiritual disturbances even. And I feel like this was like unknown knowledge. Okay, because this is my Virgin Mary card, and she's got her book and everything standing there, and she's being really noble and righteous. So like, these were internal things within you that you had not known, that you were just exhibiting for yourself. This is like being well mannered, you know? Like a rule book, even. You were operating from an ancient rule book that had been given to you through your lineage here. Okay, there's that big mama card given to you through your lineage. It was like, don't waste it or don't spend it all at once. Okay. This is some crazy energy, because baby, you've hurt some feelings. You hurt some serious feelings. You've hurt some real egos here, honey. Crystal clarity. Illuminate your path with openness and insight. Readying yourself for a newfound understanding of content. Like I said, there could be people watching you, trying to see if there's a connection with you or anything of that nature with like content, or you know, but it's like you're not giving them nothing. You're not giving them anything. But it's like you're not giving them nothing because of the way that you're living your life and what's going on in your world. Is not for them. So yeah. they're on the outside, honey. They're on the outside. Somebody's intuition could even be blocked if someone was like kind of checking for you, or even like, okay, this feels like a motherly energy. There could be like a couple of motherly energies. There could be like an uncle energy. Okay, there could be, yeah, just like a few little energies around. Kind of just maybe even trying to help this person understand you from a distance, and there's nothing. Like, you're not giving them nothing. Wow. Let's get one more. Take great care. Nurture yourself, prioritize well-being, and tread gently on your journey ahead. Yeah, this could be you in present time here. Taking care of yourself. You take care of yourself in a way that this person or these people have never seen before anyway, because like I said, you were really reserved and kind of just moving on your own footnotes. It didn't matter what something looked like on the outside. It's that soul internally, you know? Taking good care of yourself, looking good, feeling good, doing good, having good, deserving good even. Also here too, this kind of gives off like the way that you took care of these people in these environments. It was like no other. They didn't appreciate it before. You're so nurturing and caring naturally. So it's like a once in a lifetime thing, and nobody ever gonna run into you for real. The way that you care, the way that you study things, the way that you take your time even, okay? Take your time to do it right even. Like, you don't skip nothing. And it's because you take great care. You take care of your environments, the people around you even. Like, the way that you view yourself is the way that you handle things on the outside of you. And it's so aligned and directly correlated, honey. So it's like people are finding out now where they stand with you when you just stop caring. that's the cue. When you stop caring, they know they messed up when you stop caring, because when you do care, you're so attentive. It be like that. It be like that, honey, because it's like that's what lets you know who's really riding with you, truthfully or not. You know, everybody can have their little tactics or whatever, but yours is to just stand in authenticity, truth, conviction, self-righteousness, love, you know? It's never to be against nobody. And that's how people can tell that, you know, you are real. You're the realest one to come by, baby. Can't nobody take that from you. Not at all. You know, there's this thing where people may even try to come back and make it out like you have to help them with something, but it's like while you're there in those moments with them, they don't internalize anything. They be on this ego high, parading around on a false victory, because for one, they be knowing that they looked up with you, and for two, they be thinking that you're not gonna ever go anywhere because you're grounded. So you may have went through some things, or currently going through some things, or recently closed out some cycles even around people trying to come back, you know. Here we go, coming back wounded and stuff, coming back trying to let you know that they're picking up what you putting down. You ain't putting nothing down for them no more. They had that in those chances where they had you, you know. A lot of these people may even be changing their faith to like trying to become more self-aware, or trying to be more attentive to their religiosity and their loyalty to certain things, because they realize that they put themselves in those positions with the reckless behavior and stuff like that. planning phase. Take a step back and plan the necessary steps to move forward so you turn your goals into reality here. You're in this season of materializing. And first, this big wave of closing and banishing took place here, where a lot of people got misplaced, displaced. You may have even gotten misplaced, mistreated, undervalued even. And that was the call for the internalization of not giving too much of yourself, because the little sprinkles that you were given seemed to be too intense, even though that was kind of like beginner mode of the game. Like, people was out here spiraling out over the beginner's mode, like, so they wouldn't have been able to handle you, you know, if you fully opened up. So yeah, that whole little thing, honey. So there's people that are blocked. It's not destined for you to run into them no more. It's not destined for there to be a cycle opened again. There's not destined for any closure even for these people. Like, if they felt like they needed closure, they didn't get closure because they had got everything right there in those moments while you were actively with them. And I feel like that's something on the, you know, behind the veil. I feel like that's something where it was like this window of opportunity where, like, you know, they had a certain amount of time to kind of beat the threshold, because you knew where you were going or what you were doing or how stuff, you know, was going to take place. And it just didn't have that depth of comprehension, which could really be bittersweet, because it's like watching people unconsciously miss out on opportunities and stuff. And, you know, it's not to like down anybody or say that people are not capable of changing or they're not capable of kind of leveling up and doing better for themselves. But if you really look at it with true discernment, you see people's everyday struggles. You see what people internalize. You see how they live their lives. You see what choices they make, and it all stems from their mental capacity, which takes a lot of work to kind of unpack and, you know, uncover. All right. So yeah, that cleanup is something vicious, honey. Especially when they're not getting that help from you like they were gonna try to perceive here. You're not the cleanup crew. If you were, you would kind of be sharing in some of the karmic debt or the karmic holdback even. You wouldn't have went as far as you fucking did or is going already. I can tell you that much. You would be stuck like them. Let's close these messages out. If you like any of this content, please like and subscribe for more. Let's close this up. King of Wands, Father of Sticks. This is you in your power. Yeah, you like leveled up completely, honey. Leveled up completely. Some things may be taking some time. But you've leveled up completely. And I feel like this was even the spot that a lot of these people wanted to be in, because you made them feel so good. Like, you made them feel like they were in these energies here. And they had not earned those positions. They were kind of just ego tripping off of you, using you as a muse, but kind of also trying to trampoline off of you and put you under their shoe, as though you needed to meet them at a certain threshold that, you know, they had kind of surpassed you, you know, just all those little mistakes. That's all. They were just mistaken, honey. Yep, clear the path. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. Yeah. That's it. That's all. Well, that's it for this message. Hope you guys enjoyed. Later, babes.